So Hashkivenu is just.
You know what? I mean, it could be. It's P. Equal 5. But it's really, yeah. We try to make it sound from another culture. Yeah.
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 Okay, boom. And then.
So there's always potential in us droning together, you know? We
Yeah,
want
yeah.
to avoid that. So we can sometimes take turns. I'll step back.
When do we do Binas Nigun?
To start the whole thing.
I thought that was the Hunar. Okay.
Venus Nigun to start the whole thing.
And then the Hunarana. And then Moses Nigun. And then Osesha Hundim.
Yeah, well, a couple of other things are happening, like
Yeah.
Hu and Shema and yeah. Hey, Julie.
Shabbat Shalom.
my mask somehow. Uh-oh, I lost my mask. Oh, wait, did I?
Nice.
Whenever
I put it on. When I'm not.
these mics are on, so like everybody at home is gonna hear these. So when we do the meet and greet, or any time when we're talking, people at home on YouTube, they'll hear whatever we're talking about, even just like right now.
On right now? Hello?
I mean, I don't know if it's
I think so.
so. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're sensitive. They're very sensitive.
Yeah. They are. They're good mics.
Yeah.
Do you want to get yourself some water?
I have my throat coat.
Those are awesome shoes.
And you're like really cute tonight.
Hey, you look so cool.
I'm a little cute. You're 11-year-old self. That's so nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Habrá mucha gente esta noche.
Those are awesome. I would love to wear those.
Tell us where you got them. Everybody at home will know where to get them too. I don't know.
I bet it is. Probably.
I don't know. I mean,
What time is it?
And I don't know if it's live stream. Yeah.
This I bought for myself for Hanukkah this year. This is from previous Hanukkah years. Aiming for ultimate cuteness. I should have put my hair in my space buns, but I didn't do that today.
Oh, that would be really good.
That would be like, so that'd be too cute.
All right. Where is?
Do you guys have this?
I don't. I do.
See if we can find you one.
I would have to. How does that one go?
It's gonna start with me on the guitar.
Yeah. It's pretty simple though. I'll try. I'll harmonize.
I don't want to make it obvious, but I can like turn this way a little bit,
Yeah. Well, if you turn, then I'll turn, and we get to smile at each other.
Sarah and I are going to go for a long classic ski, and Mark is going to maybe come, and she's asking if we can come, but he's in Wisconsin. We're going to go out to this place marina. I'll get Jackson Meadows at like under. Well, I mean, I guess you could probably skate. I'm imagining that Mark's classic pace might be similar to your skate pace.
Yo, we'll get going in one moment. If anyone is mask other than the folks up here leading, please put one on to help keep us all safe, and we'll get singing in 1 second. You can find masks at the.
I'll just turn to them. We'll like jam out together. And smile at each other. No, but like then it's cute, you know.
I need to get my Zooms set up to go on.
Okay. Oh, should we start?
I don't know.
Set up and we can start. So I guess we can start the long things. All right. All right.
No capo.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Welcome to the folks on live stream, the folks in our Makom Minyan on our Zoom. Welcome to everyone in our physical space. My name is Rabbi Joey. I have curly brown hair in a bun tonight, wearing glasses, and I'll pass it down for the musicians.
I'm Jessica. I have peachish colored skin and also curly brown hair in a bun and glasses.
I'm Billy, and I've got glasses, short brown hair, and a light blue shirt. Nice.
I'm Zev. I have a green shirt, bleached brown and bleached hair, and white skin.
Is there anyone here in our physical space or online here for the very, very first time? Also, Zoom screen. Thank you all so much for coming here. I'd love to say hi to you after the service. Please come up. So I'm curious, who here takes New Year's very seriously and makes resolutions or otherwise pauses and considers the passing of time in the secular New Year? Raise of hands. A couple hands. Anyone here really not into New Year's at all? I find myself in that category. I have too many opportunities for introspection in my life. And I find this added moment of reflection totally overwhelming. However, this past New Year's, I spent with deeply kind, gentle, connected people who take this winter spirit of the secular New Year and its renewal seriously, and who nudged my grumpy self towards acknowledging this moment of transition. So as we sing our way through the first Shabbos of 2023, I invite my fellow grumps in the room to avert their attention for a moment. And for everyone else, I invite you to pause and think about what you want out of this next year of Shabbats. What rest do you seek in 2023? Who are the people that you most want to sing, to eat, to connect with this year? What's the part of yourself that, given just a little bit of quiet, might want to make itself known in this year? Let's take a big breath into this year and out. We'll start our davening tonight by lighting candles, and I would like to, it's just with such joy that I get to invite up one very new member of our community and one founding member of our community to light our Shabbos candles. You can find the prayer on page 2 in our Siddur, number 2 online. Kelly and Carolyn, if you all will come up. I just want to take a quick moment. We had a new membership dinner hosted by our founding members, and just a quick moment to bless our new members, our founding members, and everyone in between who's just helped to make this community a truly welcoming place for me as a new rabbi and a new member. So thank you all so much.
Thank you.
All right, let's sing. Start on page 12, number 3 online.
Adonai
sing out for all this strength and power we're seeking. You can find the words of Ana Bakoach on the purple sheet number 6 online.
Ana Bakoach Gedulat Yemincha Taktir Tzrura Taktir Tzerura
On page 20, on number 7 online, we try to open up just a little bit more space than we thought was imaginable, a little bit more space in our heart than we even think we need to really relax and let go and sink into our needs this Shabbos. Page 20, number 7 online for Lecha Dodi.
המחול עלייכם לעולה אדוני לקראת קהלה פני שבת נקבלה עולה אדוני לקראת קהלה פני שבת נקבלה התנערי מעפר קומי לבשי בגדי תפארתך עמי על יד בן ישי בית הלחמי ארבע אל נפשי גאלה עולה אדוני לקראת קהלה פני שבת נקבלה עולה אדוני לקראת קהלה פני שבת נקבלה התעוררי כי בעורף קומי אורי שירי אורי שיר נברי כבוד אדוני עלייכם לעולה אדוני לקראת קהלה פני שבת נקבלה עולה אדוני לקראת קהלה פני שבת נקבלה פני שבת נקבלה איי 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 לאדוני איי 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 לקראת קהלה איי 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 בני שבת נקבלה איי 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 לאדוני איי 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 לקראת ובצהלה תוך אמוני עם סגולה בואי הלה בואי הלה איי איי אדוני איי איי לקראת כלה איי איי בני שבת בני שבת לקבלה איי איי לאדוני איי איי לקראת כלה איי איי בני שבת בני שבת נקבלה
Shabbat shalom, everyone. You all, this is a great time to go out into the Oneg Hall. If you have any sensory stuff or if sound is going to be a bother for you, we'll take the next 4 minutes to greet the folks around us online or in person, and we'll be back together in 4 minutes. our Zoom friends have been back for a little while. It always feels, good and very sad to break off like such sweet conversations. We'll come back together to bless the evening time, starting with Baruch on page 28, number 8 online. Feel free to stand in body and or spirit. Folks can be seated for just 1 sec. In one moment, we'll turn to the Shema on page 34, number 9 and 10 online. But before we do that, we're amongst the shortest days and the longest nights of the year. So let's just look out all of our windows, look out of our Zoom windows, look out of our physical windows, and observe the darkness around us. Taking one moment to breathe in that darkness and out, blessing it. We turn to page 34. Get to call together all of these voices, all of these Zoom windows, the unity of the Shema, standing in body and spirit.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Ve'ata et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ela asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta b'ham v'shivtecha b'beitecha u'blechtecha b'derech uv'shachbecha uv'kumecha וקשרתם להיות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
We stick just the smallest bit of our pinky toe into the water splitting in front of us, walking slowly and carefully towards some redemption on page 40, number 11 online from Mi Chamocha.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נגר בקודש, נורא תהילות, אוסף אלה, נורא תהילות, אוסף אלה. יאי לי לי לי, 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 יאי לי לי לי. מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקע ים לפני משה ומרים, זה אלינו ואמרו, זה אלינו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. יאי לי לי לי, יאי לי לי לי, יאי לי לי לי, יאי לי 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 לי, יאי לי לי לי, יאי לי לי לי,
נאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני גאל Israel. We turn to page 42, number 13 online.
השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, והעמידנו שומרנו לחיים, ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ותקננו ועצה טובה מלפניך. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, והעמידנו שומרנו לחיים, ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ותקננו ועצה טובה מלפניך. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, והעמידנו שומרנו לחיים, ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ותקננו בעצה טובה מלפניך.
A lot of communities have the tradition of singing the next song in our service, Vashamru, while standing. I invite folks, if they'd like, to stand in body or spirit as much to honor that tradition as also to just like stretch off whatever you need in your body this week. I'm going to take in part of that practice. We turn to page 44, Vashamru.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות
השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
In a second, we'll turn to page 46 and begin our Amidah. Folks should feel free to do whatever their body needs, rising in body or spirit, if that makes sense for you. But before we get there, on the count of 3, if folks will type out or say out a word of gratitude from this last week. 1, 2, 3.
Neighbors.
I got a strong chorus of no school from over here. We'll pick up singing our way into some quiet on page 46, number 15 online.
Adonai, sifatai tiftach, ufi yagid, tehilatecha. Adonai, sifatai tiftach, ufi yagid, tehilatecha. Adonai, sifatai tiftach, ufi yagid, tehilatecha. Adonai, sifatai tiftach, ufi yagid, Ose shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Ose shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Ose shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. Ose shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Ose shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Ose shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel.
We pause for a moment to call to mind and to pray for folks in our lives and in our community that are in need of healing. I'll do a quick look around the room. If you feel comfortable and would like, feel free to just whisper or say the name of anyone that you're thinking about right now as I look around you.
Kelly's sister. Can no one be well? But I dreamt we were all beautiful and strong. When the world is sick, can no one be well? But I dreamt we were all beautiful and strong.
Shabbat shalom, everyone. Before I start, I want to give just a quick and gentle bit of content warning. I'll be speaking today about illness and death. Again, illness and death. If any of that is not where you're feeling tonight, this is a great moment to go and put your hand in the snow or look at the moon. It's really beautiful out there. Okay, but before we get into all of that intense stuff, I want to give the rabbinic origin story, a rabbinic argument for why sneezing is ultimately unsatisfying. At the beginning of our Torah portion, Yosef hears the words, Hine avicha chole, your dad, he is sick. This is the first time that we hear the word chole, sickness, in the Bible. A strange and powerful rabbinic midrash, a fairy tale, picks up on this observation. The rabbis in Genesis Rabbah write, actually I think it's Pirkei de Rabbi Eliezer, from the day when the heavens and the earth were created, no person at all was ever ill. Rather, in every place where they happened to be, whether on the way or in the market, they sneezed, achoo, and their soul went out through their nostril. So in the olden days, apparently, there's no such thing as illness. Everyone would die with a sneeze. Until, and I quote, until our father Jacob came and prayed for mercy concerning this. And he said before the God, the Holy Blessed One, sovereign in all the worlds, Ribbano Shel Olam, do not take my soul from me until I have charged my sons and my daughters and my household. And God blessed him, as it is said, and it came to pass after these things that one said to Joseph, behold, your father is sick. Okay, put simply, people used to die with a sneeze, but Jacob wanted a chance to say goodbye to his family. How did God respond to this prayer? God created chole, illness. I really love the next line of the rabbi's thinking. They write, all of the kings of the world heard about Jacob's illness, and they were shocked because nothing like this had ever happened since the creation of the heavens and the earth. I like to imagine at this point that all of these kings start gossiping about how great of an idea illness is, and illness becomes this new fad for dying kings. No more sneezes. I'm not sure about you, but I share a bit of the king's shock. I'm not so much shocked that Jacob died from an illness. That feels, kind of basic these days. What I'm shocked by is this origin story of disease. I would have guessed that our tradition might have less positive or more troubling things to say about illness. In other places in the Bible, we see illness discussed as a test or a punishment, all of which I want to say from the Bima is terrible. But here in this midrash, illness is a divine kindness, an opportunity for an elder to gather her people to suffer, yes, and also to be comforted by her loved ones. I want to name again that this is tricky business. It's an intense topic and a fraught path through this topic. For those of us currently suffering or who have recently watched a loved one suffer through illness, maybe this midrash is comforting and or maybe it's troubling or whitewashing of hard experiences. So before anything else, I'd like us to take a communal breath in and out, honoring all of the diverse experiences that we bring to the topic of illness and disease. A breath in and out. Okay, two very quick things in way of conclusion. One, a warning, and then a shout out. The warning here that I'd like to offer is against silver linings. I think the midrash might make us oriented towards discounting our own or other people's suffering, turning ourselves inside out, looking for the lesson or the blessing of illness, when in fact, our own or our loved one's suffering might just be bad and sad and hard. At the same time, I think that this midrash might shake us out of what the Talmud scholar and disability theorist Julia Watts-Belzer calls the politics of healing. Belzer writes that our society has a way of overemphasizing healing as the only appropriate goal for a sick or disabled person. Belzer argues that we might instead celebrate and support ourselves, or others who seek a joyous life or a meaningful death within their sick or disabled bodies. Belzer's message might be taken up by trying to catch ourselves before we express disappointment at a friend or ourselves suffering through chronic illness and not getting better. Belzer might also encourage a sick or disabled person, might encourage our society rather, might encourage allies to do everything we can to fight for a true way of the Americans with Disability Act actually coming into fruition and protecting people in our community and our society. Jacob, I think, offers not a message for the allies, but for the sick or dying person. A paradigmatic model of Belzer's idea, a model of how to fully inhabit sickness as an experience not only of suffering, but also of legacy making, as a window of time facing back towards a well-spent life and forward towards whatever greets us in death. Shabbat Shalom. We'll bless it out on our purple sheet. Folks on Zoom, the lag is particularly bad tonight, so please start writing in and giving us blessings as soon as you can. Feel free to cozy up to, if you'd like, if you feel comfortable in asking permission, cozy up to the people sitting near you, physically or virtually.
Sure.
Number 3 on our purple sheets. Malach Eloti, Malach Eloti mikora, Yivarech et haneyarim, vayikra vehem shemi. V'shem avotai, v'shem avotai, Avraham ve'Yitzchak, ve'yigdu larov, ve'yigdu larov, b'kerev haaretz. Yismechem Elohim kesara, kerivka, kerachel, chelea, ke'Ephraim v'chi Menashe. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmarecha. Yair Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May you find love around you wherever you are and find comfort within and without. May those of us who identify as able-bodied or minded continue to open our eyes and minds to disability justice. May we meet everyone where they are and respect their understanding of their experience without trying to fix them. May we fall in love with the exact weather we are experiencing, internal or external. May we find ourselves with neighbors who help us shovel out when we get stuck. May we always be one community. May you know there are others to help carry the load. It's okay to rest. May we all find ways to love ourselves for who we are while not becoming lost in grief for all the people we did not become. May we find warm and welcoming places in the cold. May we be fully present so that we may truly hear what others need and offer the comfort they seek. May we have enough to give. May we feel the ways in which we are held even when we don't know it. May we offer and feel love and joy deep in our bones. May we ride the waves of change and struggle and be proud of just making it through. May those of us whose illnesses won't disappear have all the support we need to manage them through the stigma. May we continue to find the courage the courage to say we need help. May we have the courage to ask for help. May we support those in need of support. May we try to find healing moments within our challenges. May we be continued to be surprised by the wisdom of our tradition. Ken yehi ratzon. We continue sealing our service on page 284, number 19 online. Feel free to rise in body or spirit. Folks can take a seat. In a moment, we'll say the words of the Mourner's Kaddish. But before we get there, I'll read a list of the names of people that our community is currently remembering. If I read the name of someone that you knew, that you loved, that you'd like to say, a couple sentences of memory, we'd love to hear your stories. And same goes on the Zoom chat. After I'm done reading this list, if I don't pause, everyone please yell at me to remember to pause for any other names that I haven't read that people are wanting to bring forward tonight. We're in the Shaloshim, the first 30 days since burial or death of Stacy Barkarowist, beloved friend of Rachel Lipkin. Rachel, if you can correct my pronunciation.
Yes, Stacy was a good friend, and her celebration of life is tomorrow. And I'm doing the music, so thinking a lot about her.
A lot of power to you as you step into that role tomorrow, Rachel. Chester Fenton, Abby Fenton's father. Donna Levy, Stephen Levy's father. Bill Webster, Sophie Gutteral's grandfather. Ellie Lipkin, mother of Laura Lipkin. And the yard sites that we have tonight, also the mother of Karen Casanova. The yard sites that we have tonight begin with Rose Atkin, Rondi Atkin's grandmother.
I did not know my grandmother, but I have her Jewish name, Razel, and I have her candlesticks.
Albert Al Berman, Hirsch, we see you on Facebook. Hirsch Berman's father. Susan Carver, Alfred Leol's sister. Martin Diebert, Antoinette Cudney's grandfather. Alan Deutsch, Tracy Joyce's father. Judith Fox. Ooh, Tracy.
Hi. So my father, one of my favorite memories of my dad is that he would tell us stories about his childhood to put us to bed at night. None of them were all that exciting. They ranged from, crossing the street when he shouldn't have to going on adventures across the country. But that ritual encouraged me to share stories with my kids and to think about the ways that stories make community and bring us together.
Thank you. I share the experience of a father who has an expansive definition of what is a story. Judith Fox, Dana Fox's mother. Bennett Gordon, John Gordon's father. Shirley Grossman, Barbara Grossman's mother. Helen Henry, Stu Henry's mother.
So my mom passed away, it's either 30 or 31 years ago. I've been thinking a lot about what I have brought forward from her life, and one thing that was really great about my mom is she really was enthusiastic about good pieces of art or theater or music. And she really loved when things, like, it's hard to make good things. And she really appreciated when someone did that. And her tastes were pretty eclectic. I mean, she loved Shakespeare. She loved Amiri Baraja, who was born Leroy Jones, wrote a great play called Dutchman, which is, it's fairly radical for, a white woman in the 1970s to be into. And then she liked Murder, She Wrote. So anyway, I just appreciated that kind of appreciation and enthusiasm.
Thank you. Thomas Hudney Sr., Christina Rothstein's grandfather. Scott Horowitz, Bonnie Westland's friend. Nora J., Lincoln Schmatz's soul sibling. Yale Johnson, Amy Jensen's grandfather. Wesley Katz, Judas Katz's father. Isaac Lipton, Miriam Weinstein's grandfather. Lou Lupka, Ruben Lupka's father. Linda Narodsky, Ellen Kennedy's sister. Dottie Paralis, Catherine Klibanoff's aunt. Becky Peterson Weissman, Luann Lippald's dear friend. Richard Piercer, Ben Piercer's father. Dorothy Pogoff, Lisa Pogoff's mother. Herbert Prower, Jeff Prower's father. Ethel Kramer Richmond, Sumner Richmond's mother. Joyce Richmond, Freya and Robert Richmond's mother, Sumner Richmond's wife. Harvey Rockland, David Rockland's father. Barbara Elaine Russell Brown, Vanessa McGuire's mother. Sidney Scheinert, Lorraine Luger's grandfather. Morton Solomon, Eileen Rosenthal's father. Frank Saponsky, Tam Saponsky Perlman's father. Irene and Bruce, and William and Zachary and Matthew Sternberg, Carolyn Levy's cousin, cousin's husband, and their children.
4 years ago, thank you. I have a big voice, but okay. 4 years ago, my cousin and her husband and their 3 sons went down in a small plane in Costa Rica. And in an instant, we lost 5 members of our family. Today is actually the yahrzeit on the Jewish calendar. On the secular calendar, it's on New Year's Eve. And so that's a holiday that pretty much doesn't exist in my family anymore. Luckily, last weekend, my husband and I were with 2 of our kids and their families, and we had the opportunity to tell our granddaughters about how wonderful this family was. And in particular, my cousin Irene, who was passionately committed to bringing family members together in a family that was really bad at that. And since their death, we have gotten really good at it and have spent really good time, sometimes on Zoom or however we could, staying in contact. And that's meant a great deal to me. Thanks.
Hannah and Harold Tuck, Brian Vetruba's grandparents. Keith Wilson, Wendy Wolf's father. Florence Wise, Shelley Miner's mother.
Thanks. Just a quick story. My mom she was brilliant. She graduated from Carnegie Mellon back in the 30s on scholarship. But she was so naive. She tells us this story about how she had scarlet fever when she was 6 years old and lived in this quarantine hospital for children for about 6 months. And it was amazing because her mother was the only one allowed in this quarantine hospital because of this very special grape juice that she made for the staff. And I'm like, Mom, Whoopi was a bootlegger. and she refused to acknowledge that. But it was, prohibition, and anyway, that's what
Shelley, I'm glad to hear that our ancestors were all selling bootleg liquor in Pittsburgh in the 20s. That's great to know. Michael Yates, Jackie Rathod's father. Are there any other names that folks would like to bring forward tonight?
Murray McAllister was my boss at work, and he died suddenly last week. He was an expert in pain psychology, and it has had an immense impact on helping people manage pain without the use of opioids. And I feel so fortunate that he was my mentor for 5.5 years.
My uncle, David Morris, who for me was Uncle Davy, died in the past 30 days. And he was my father's brother. He was the youngest of 4. And he's the last of that generation to go. So they briefly grew up on the Lower East Side in a tenement building, born in the 20s. And he ended up becoming a doctor, going to Switzerland to study medicine because he couldn't study here. And was just a really smart, interesting, kind man.
So my grandfather, Sidney, who is my kid's great-grandfather, he died in 2007, and he was the youngest of 3 siblings, the only one that was born in the United States, and then went to fight in World War II and became the kind of patriot that I think many of us are, in that we want to believe in what this country could be. and he continued to fly the American flag upside down and wear a gold peace sign around his neck, and just really brought a lot of the socialist, social justice values to our family. So, remembering him tonight.
Is there anyone else? For all the names that we've said out loud in our space here, and for all the names typed in the chat, and all the names we don't know to say. On page 294, number 20 online. Yitgadal v'yikadash Shemei Rabbah ve'alma divrach hirutei v'amlich malchutei b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael b'agala uv'izman kariv v'imru Amen. Yehesh me Rabba mivarach le'olam almei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitale v'yithalal shemei dekucha brechu le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiram be'alma v'imru Amen. Yehe shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'ol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Oseh shalom bimramav hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'ol Yisrael ve'ol yoshvei tevel v'imru Amen. Folks can be seated. I would like to invite up board member extraordinaire Dave Snyder to give us some announcements.
Shabbat shalom, everybody. I'm Dave. I have curly, less and less gray hair and glasses, and don't tell anybody I'm wearing my favorite overalls underneath my fleece. Thank you for being with us tonight. Thank you for being the us tonight. It's a joy to be together. At the end of the service, please bring your prayer books back over there to me in the corner. Take the song sheets out if you can. A reminder that your community is here to support you, but we can't do that if we don't know what you're experiencing. So please reach out to our rabbis if you're encountering a life change, if you're home with COVID, or you had a baby, or you're going through a divorce or experiencing a loss. There's a wealth of nourishing help available. So please share your lives, your news with our rabbis so they can activate the Shir Tikva network of support. And actually, it's kind of amazing if you haven't seen it before. Gordon is able to do it. He probably won't show you the switch, but I think it's one of these lights. He just rotates it, and it shines off that Star of David there. They open up one of the skylights, and then it shines the Star of David light into the sky. So we can do that. I mean, they can do that. I can't. Find all of our Shir Tikva programming updates in our weekly e-news on our website. Thank you to everyone who made tonight possible. Rabbi Joey, Billy Perkis, Jessica Cohen, Zev Breen, Gordon, the Macomb Minion, David Bailey, Julie Jacobs, Lori Sweet. Thank you to our Shomrim for your steady presence. In the spirit of the Jewish tradition of giving, we invite donations to support Shir Tikva's vision, educational programs, accessible services, and social justice work. Please consider giving a gift that is right for you. Thank you. Also, big news. Who likes Homentashen? Raise your hand if you like Homentashen. Okay, so the caring community is doing a fundraiser Homentashen sale, and You may be a traditionalist and you like, your strawberry, your prune, your poppy seed. You may be a radical and you might prefer a Nutella Hamantaschen or an Oreo Hamantaschen. Okay? You can order these. There's a form. I'll have it in back. It's also on the table out there. You have until February 1st. Just fill out the form. And it supports the caring community. So that's amazing. Finally, and then I'm out of here, there's a little known rule. It's in the board bylaws. If a board member wants to go completely off script, they have to stand on one foot. Tracy Deutsch, where's Tracy? Tracy and I are reconvening the Social Justice Committee here, the now Soil Tending Social Justice Committee, and we would love to talk with you about getting involved. There's a ton of stuff going on, so come see us at the Oneg, us at the Oneg. Thank you, Shabbat Shalom.
Also, huge thank you to our founding members for sponsoring the food and bringing us such lovely food for our new members. Huge call out to our new members. Huge call out to the religious school families who are here for our regular religious school Shabbat, and to Forrest for orchestrating like 10 different meals at once. I don't know how we did it, and thank you, thank you. We'll close out our service with Kiddush and Motzi. You can find Kiddush on page 5 in your Siddur, 21 online. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, barei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitzanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinkilanu, zikaron l'maaseh bereshit. Ki hu yom techila lemikra hekodesh, zecher litziat mitzrayim, ki vanu v'charta ve'otanu kidashta im kol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodshecha Be'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu, Barucha at Shekhinah mekadeshet haShabbat. Huge thanks to both Rachel Pollocky and Dave Bailey for these beautiful chalot. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz v'te'avon. Thank you all so much for being here. Shabbat Shalom. We'll close out in song and then plenty of schmoozing.
Ele hamda libi, 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 Husana ve'al natitalam, Husana ve'al natitalam, Husana ve'al natitalam.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Grab your drum, grab your drum.
Husana ve'al natita la